Our son Jacob was born with medical conditions that required him to have surgery 12 hours after he was born. We spent 9 days in the NICU to allow his body to recover, but we felt like each day we received unexpected news. Before being discharged, they completed the newborn hearing screen, and they told us that Jacob failed and that it was most likely due to fluid, but that we should go and follow up with an audiologist. After being home for a couple days, we met with an audiologist, and they confirmed that Jacob has profound bilateral hearing loss. As new parents, we were heartbroken. We grieved the life we thought we were going to live, and we overall just felt really lost. Hearing loss doesn't run in either side of our families, and at that point, we didn't know anybody in the deaf community. After that, we took the steps on what was needed for him, and he received hearing aids at 2 months of age. After 6 months of using hearing aids, there were no signs of Jacob benefiting from them. So we met with his doctor and audiologist to discuss next steps. We had an MRI done, and it confirmed that Jacob was a candidate for a cochlear implant on the left side only due to the nerve never developing on the right side. On the day of activation, Jacob had no response. And to this day, he still has no response to having success with his cochlear implant and having access to sound or speech. That kind of took us back to those beginning days of learning about his diagnosis and just worried about his future and the future of our family, how we would interact with him. My parents learned about Happy Hands through Al having a conversation in the prayer room at church, and my sister and my mom actually toured the school before me, and they immediately called me and said, "You need to come check out this school." And when we toured, it just felt like home. And it was very comforting to know that there was a place for Jacob to flourish and learn about Jesus. Jacob started in the Redbird classroom at 13 months. He knew very basic sign language, but within the first few months, his language was taking off that I couldn't even keep track. At that same time, I was a kindergarten teacher here at a public school here in Broken Arrow, and I just kept feeling God call me to be at Happy Hands. And I fought hard with him on that because I loved what I was doing. I was really happy at where I was at, but I wanted to be obedient to him. And I looked into any position here that I could possibly take over. And at that same time, a lead teacher position had just been posted. So that was reassurance to me of God saying go. So August of 2019, I was welcomed with open arms as the new lead teacher for the Blue Horse classroom. We also have a 2-year-old hearing son. We are extremely grateful that he also gets to attend here at Happy Hands. It is one of the best things to witness their strong bond. It's just the best thing to watch them grow together, love each other despite their differences.
Happy Hands has been honestly everything. It's given us communication with our son, which at one point we didn't know what that looked like. It's given us a lot of resources that allow us to also teach our other son to talk to his brother now.
They've given us confidence in raising our deaf son, but also the confidence that we see in Jacob and his confidence in him knowing who he is and who he is in Christ as well.